Julie Christie, the British movie legend whom Al Pacino called the most poetic of all actresses, was born in Chukua, Assam, India, on April 14, 1941, the daughter of a tea planter, Frank St. John Christie, and his wife, Rosemary Ramsden, who was a painter. Her family was of English, and some Scottish, origin. The young Christie grew up on her father's tea plantation before being sent to England for her education. Finishing her studies in Paris, where she had moved to improve her French with an eye to possibly becoming a linguist, she is fluent in French and Italian. The teenager became enamored of the freedom of the continent. She also was smitten by the bohemian life of artists and planned on becoming an artist before she enrolled in London's Central School of Speech Training. She made her debut as a professional in 1957 as a member of the Frinton Repertory of Essex. Christie was not fond of the stage, even though it allowed her to travel, including a professional gig in the United States. Her true métier as an actress was film, and she made her screen debut in the science fiction television serial A for Andromeda, 1961, in 1961. Her first film was a bit part in the Ealing-like comedy Crooks Anonymous, 1962, which was followed up by a larger ingenue role in another comedy, The Fast Lady, 1962. The producers of the James Bond series were sufficiently intrigued by the young actress to consider her for the role that subsequently went to Ursula Andress in Dr. No, 1962, but dropped the idea because she was not busty enough. Christie first worked with the man who would kick her career into high gear, director John Schlesinger, when he chose her as a replacement for the actress originally cast in Billy Liar, 1963. Christie's turn in the film as the freewheeling Liz was a stunner, and she had her first taste of becoming a symbol if not icon of the new British cinema. Her screen presence was such that the great John Ford cast her as the Irish prostitute, Daisy Battles, in Young Cassidy, 1965. Charlton Heston wanted her for his film The Warlord, 1965, but the studio refused her salary demands. Although Amerjan magazines portrayed Christie as a newcomer, when she made her breakthrough to superstardom in Schlesinger's seminal swinging 60s film Darling, 1965, she actually had considerable work under her professional belt and was in the process of artistic quickening. Schlesinger called on Christie, whom he adored, to play the role of Maude, Diana Scott, when the casting of Shirley MacLaine fell through. MacLaine was the sister of the man who would become Christie's longtime paramour in the late 1960s and early 1970s, Warren Beatty, whom some, like actor Rod Steiger, believe she gave up her career for. Her Dr. Zhivago 1965 co-star, Steiger, a keen student of acting,